What is up, guys? I just got back from watching Neon's new horror movie Together. I'll just say right out the bat, like, this has been my most anticipated movie of the year. And before I get into my review, I thought it would be a really fun idea to record me and my friends a before and after reaction. You can see us right here having a goofy, fun time, getting ready for the movie. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And it was really funny because right as the credits hit, we start walking to my car, we drive home or whatnot, and we look to each other and we're just like, neither one of us wanted anything to do with recording an after reaction. And let that be a testament to how fucking awesome this movie is. It's just very draining on all fronts, like no joke. So what did I think of the movie Together and would I recommend it to you guys? Well, let's get into my thoughts. So from the trailers and the advertising that have been released so far, you know it's gonna be a body horror film. And yeah, I guess there are some psychological aspects to the horror within this film, but for the most part, just a straight up, extreme body horror. And I just absolutely love how this movie starts off, because nowadays, most horror movies gotta throw some crazy shit at you right out the gate to set the tone for the rest of the movie. And Together throws this like heinous John Carpenter-esque body mutilation sequence right at you, right out the gate. And I would say the visuals are just as disturbing as the audio itself because and from that point on, it becomes a story about codependency between two partners that are just not working out at all. Alison Brie plays this school teacher that's just a little bit more adultish and mature, especially within their relationship. Dave Franco plays this struggling musician that doesn't put really any effort into the relationship whatsoever, and he also carries a lot of baggage from his past as well. And usually nowadays, when couples like this exist, they either break up and then get back together 3 months later and then break up again. Or they think by having a kid, it's going to solve all their issues, when in actuality, it just makes everything worse. And then they just hate on each other. They cheat on each other. And they just live miserably for the next 40 years. But Alison and Dave have a better idea. They stumble upon a very weird situation that essentially makes them inseparable to a very extreme degree. And apart from the body horror sequences, which we do get a lot of, I'd say the performances as well as the pacing is just A1. Part of the reason why it's also landing right in my top 5 right out the gate. I could easily see myself rewatching this movie immediately, which is also one of the reasons why I'm going to watch it next week when it officially premieres. Now, this movie is, of course, not without its faults, and one of the biggest things that really didn't work for me whatsoever was the reveal as to why everything is happening in the first place. I guess it's a good thing considering this movie doesn't end in a way where it's just ambiguous. It does explain why they start fusing together and whatnot, but I don't know, I just found the reveal to be a little bit uninteresting. It's not necessarily a negative, but I don't see any of these early reviewers mentioning this at all, which is fucking mind-boggling to me. But I do think it is very important to set your expectation to a certain degree as to what you think this movie is going to be like before you go in. This is very much a horror slash comedy slash romance slash emotional piece that just has all of those, and it doesn't go for just one. But overall, guys, I absolutely love Together, and I would definitely recommend for you to go watch it next Friday when it officially premieres. I set my expectations very high for this one, and it definitely met it, which is one of the reasons why it immediately lands in my top 5.